Hello and welcome to podcast number 9. Today there's a few little bits and pieces I want to talk about. First things first, I know I've said this before, but I would like to thank each and every one of you for downloading and streaming and listening this podcast. As I say, I'm literally nobody special. I'm just a fella who's gone through this diagnosis and going through to try and get help and treatment for MS. I'm still so new to all of this, whether it be the MS side of things or this podcasting. Yeah, I'll be totally honest with you. As I say, on a personal level, this podcasting is absolutely superb. Just managing to talk about things, getting thoughts from my head out into the world, and all of you that are listening, quite honestly, you're helping. You're massively helping me. Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, the main thing today is I actually had a letter today from my neurologist. I had my most recent MRI scans a good few weeks ago now, and he's sent me through the report. I mean, if you can say it's a full report, because it didn't seem it, I'll be totally honest with you. But in the report, he has put that he believes my condition is stable. There is no new lesions or anything. It's as it was, except from one particular lesion. Apparently, there is a lesion in my cervical spine, which apparently is showing up a lot more pronounced than it previously was. Now, I know I've mentioned it previously, but actually I've been getting a lot worse recently. My balance, all sorts, and to be honest with you, it's just about everything that you can imagine. I'm getting pains in places that I didn't even realise existed. But yeah, he believes that lesion is progressing. He's had to send me back to the MSMDT, which is the multidisciplinary team, and literally I've got to wait for a lumbar puncture to work out what kind of treatment I can have. They have told me what they're expecting, and I'm doing a lot of research on the treatment that they've suggested to me. But again, I've got to sit back and wait some more to find out exactly where we are, because the MDT want me to have a lumbar puncture before we do any kind of treatment, which I'll be totally honest with you, it's not easy. I really am at a point where, and please don't take this as me being majorly negative and whatever else, but sometimes in life we have to sort of look at what's going on and speak as we find. And at the moment, I'm actually struggling. I really am struggling. These pains that I'm getting in legs, back. I'm talking sort of calf muscles, up my knees, across my hips, my lower back, middle of my back. Feeling like I'm being squashed across me, around my chest area and top of the stomach, and sort of with my brain. I mean, I've been forgetful for a while, but incredibly forgetful. And it's not easy. I'll be honest with you. At times, it's quite upsetting, and I'm doing all I can to keep a smile on my face. And that for me. That's what I need to be doing. I need to keep a smile on my face and try and carry on, because there's people out there in a much worse condition, and I need to, for my own sanity, just try and fight back, because I've said before, I've got MS. MS hasn't got me. It will have its day. It will have times where it makes me struggle. And at the moment, there's a lot of them times. But actually, I am not going to give in. I am genuinely not going to give in, because I've got lots to fight for, and I personally believe that we all have. So I keep me warrior about me, and I keep going. But yeah, I mean that's kind of where we are with that. In all fairness, as I say, I mean the issues I'm having are not nice at all, but I will keep ticking over. I will carry on. Now, one of the things we've done today and over the last couple of days, I mentioned previously in my last podcast that the room out in the garden was going to become my studio, and it is that we have confirmed. Lisa, bless her, she's quite happy for me to have this area where I am now as my recording studio. And to be honest with you, at the moment, it's gorgeous out here. The sun is shining, it's coming through the window, and yeah, it is absolutely lovely. It's really quite nice. I gotta say, I'm enjoying it. The new tumble dryer turned up today. That's all been set up. Now, anyone out there that actually knows me knows I am atrocious with any kind of DIY. And now I mean really, really bad. Actually, today, the table we bought for the kitchen for the microwave to go on, which I will say, we didn't like it. The table we loved, but the position of it in the kitchen just didn't work for us at all. So we reassessed, and that table's now been used in the living room. Looks really nice, I'll be honest. I actually put that table together. Now, Lisa, she did help me. I think she screwed a few screws in, but predominantly I actually did that pretty much on my own. And again, if you know me, you know full well that actually is quite some achievement, because I am useless with that sort of stuff. But for once, yeah, no, I'll be honest with you, I'm looking at that table sat in the corner with all the bits and pieces on it, and I'm like, I did that, and it looks good. It's solid. It is good, yeah. So that's a massive achievement. I'll be honest with you. I really thoroughly enjoyed that this morning. It was interesting, and actually, in the grand scheme of things, it's made me think maybe, just maybe, I'm a little bit more capable with that sort of thing than I give myself credit for, because I do get frustrated with that stuff. Can't help it. I look at what needs to go where and whatever else and think, how do we put that there? How do we make that work? But with this one, I did it exactly. Yes, I did. I listened to the instructions. I did it exactly as the instructions said, and it was easy. Little bits and pieces were a bit frustrating. Some of the screws were sort of starting to cross thread, so I had to take them out and readjust. Yeah, it was well worth it. I gotta say, it was well worth it, because I'm looking at it in my front room and thinking, yep, that was money well spent and a bit of time well spent. So yeah, I'm really chuffed with that. And as I say, the tumble dryer turned up, the new tumble dryer. That's going to be indoors as opposed to out. And bless Elisa, we did the first bit of drying. She did this first bit of drying, and it was the towels. Now with the old dryer, it was a heat pump dryer, the old one. Towels would literally take all day. Genuinely, they'd take all day. And it was a little bit annoying. This new condenser dryer, they've been in there 1 hour. Literally 1 hour, and they are perfectly dry. Amazing. The heat pump dryers are supposed to be the newer technology, all singing, all dancing, absolutely superb. This condenser, which is old technology, brilliant, absolutely fantastic, and having it indoors actually is going to be quite helpful. Where we've put it, we're going to put a couple of shelves up either side, and sort of above the dryer we're going to put like a little work surface, so when the stuff's coming out the dryer we can take it out and fold it all right there, put it in the basket, boom, take it upstairs, thanks very much, job done. It's, yeah, I think it's actually a really good idea. Whereas this old dryer's been outside in what is now going to be my recording studio. It's been out here for 2 years. It'd be nice to actually not get soaking wet in the winter, bringing the drying out. Bless her, Lisa, she's done that for 2 years, and she absolutely deserves a medal, bless her. But we move on, we do these new things, and actually I think it's going to work really well. In terms of just life in general, I've got to say, actually doing that walk Saturday, and as I've said, I've been totally honest, I probably was in the wheelchair for a good 95% of the walk. Both Richard and my dad, they were brilliant. Actually, do you know what? It's given me a real good boost. As much as I'm struggling at the moment, doing that, and again, I'll be honest, we raised £190, which isn't a massive amount, but actually I feel like we've done something really, really positive, and I can't wait for next year, because I'll be signing up to do next year's without any kind of problem, because it's absolutely worth it. And yeah, it's made me feel quite good about myself just to do that little tiny bit, which again, I find it really positive. And at the moment, positivity is absolutely what's needed. It really is. There's other little bits and pieces as usual. I've had 6 days off work. I'm off again tomorrow, and then back to work on Friday. Which, yeah, I've really enjoyed my 6 days off, and it is what it is on that. Back to work. I'm kind of looking forward to going back to an extent. I think we all would like to win the lottery, so we didn't have to. But yeah, I mean, as I say, I mean, there's not really a great deal more I can and want to say today. From my point of view, these podcasts, me talking to yourselves like I do, are going to continue for the long term. They really are, because it is incredibly helpful. And again, I've said it previously, and I will say it again. If there's anyone out there that does want to come over and join me on any of my social media accounts, I am accessible. I'm on the Instagram, and it's Mike's_MS_journey. We're also on TikTok, which is Mike's_MS_journey. And again, exactly the same for the YouTube. One of the things I do want to very quickly mention earlier on was doing the washing and drying up, and had 2 of the kids in the kitchen. And just as a bit of a laugh, I was doing some impressions, and I did the Mr. Bean impression. And again, I'm not an impressionist, but the pair of them were absolutely whittling themselves with laughter, and it was really quite fun. So I think that might have to happen from time to time. I quite enjoy making people laugh. Maybe at some point I'll have the confidence to let you all listen to my Mr. Bean impression. But Not today. I'm not going to subject you all to that today. All right. Well, I hope you all have a great day. I'm very much looking forward to talking to you all again soon. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.